Hi everyone, this is Aaron, and for this episode of Walnut Commentary, I'm here today with Pastor John Cito. Pastor John is the Young Adults and College Associate Pastor of FCBC Walnut. And Pastor John, I wanted to ask you, what is God teaching you about loving your children?
Among all of the things that I'm learning with loving my children and through family life, I think the biggest one is how deeply God loves us. You know, look at my children. I love them so much, so deeply, so dearly. Every single one of them is different. They're all unique, and they're precious to me. And when I think about how precious and how valuable they are to me, it just brings me to another level of understanding of how much God loves us, that He would send His one and only Son so that we might be restored to Him. It's a love that is quite obviously supernatural, but far beyond any love that I could ever muster. It's a love that just transcends human categories and human conception. And so I think that's the first thing. That's the chief thing that God is teaching me about loving my children. I think the second thing that God is teaching me is that when I love my children, I have to love them personally. I have to love them specifically. It's not just about having a love for them generally, but it's about having a personal love for each child. As you know, I have 4 children, ages 6, 4, 2, and 5 months. And each child struggles with different things. And each child has different strengths and different weaknesses. And I am called to love them. Not just to love them in a general, all-encompassing way, but to love them in a way that is sensitive to how God has made them. And I think recently God has really been showing me what it means to be a father who understands the heart of his children. And while I'm not saying that I understand everything that they go through, but I'm definitely trying to know why they think the way they think, why they struggle the way they struggle. You know, when they're throwing a fit or they're having some sort of tantrum, or when they have a bad attitude or they have a pouty face, I don't want to just, speak to them and say, stop it. My hope is that I would be able to open up a conversation with them to understand why they feel that way and how we can talk about it. And I want them to be able to express how they feel, but also to try and understand a little bit about why they feel what they feel. And also to offer some insight or maybe some correction as to how they should respond. How do they deal with the emotions that they feel? And I think it's been a challenge for me to reach them on that level, to try and talk to them at that level. Of course, not all of my children are old enough to have those kinds of conversations, but I'm starting to have those conversations with my 6-year-old and my 4-year-old, and it's been a wonderful experience. I think it's been a wonderful teaching experience for me to even just see how we respond to things in our lives and to see it through the eyes of a child. I would add one more lesson that God has been teaching me, and that is God has been reminding me of how much I need to fear Him and to be concerned about what He wants for my life, not only as an individual, but as a parent. I think sometimes there's the temptation as a parent to be afraid of what others might think of you, what others might think of how you parent, or they look at your children misbehaving and they maybe doubt your parenting or whatever that might be. And I think it's been helpful for me to really think about, hey, why do I feel these things? And what am I working through personally? And am I parenting differently because people are watching? Or am I parenting in a certain way because I believe that is the best way to do it? I think it's been a good learning experience for me. It's not been easy, but it's been a good learning experience for me.
Thanks, Pastor John, and thank you everyone for listening. Check out more episodes of Walnut Commentary at our archive at walnutcommentary.tumblr.com. And you can also find our church on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter. Our handle for everything is at FCBC Walnut. Thanks. See you soon.